Welcome back to Angband. Sir Gorston's Adventures in Angband. That's going to take a while to get used to. Let's see if it saved properly. I assume it did. File open. Sir Gorston. There we go. We're on this, we're back in the town. We have our shovel. I don't remember what the hell's going on, to be perfectly honest with you. In our quiver, we have 4 missiles. Is that the sling bolts, maybe? What is our quiver crap? What is that about? We can learn one more prayer, apparently. I didn't realize that. Let's press Shift-G. From Holy Book. Oh, we learned remove fear. So that would let us, if we get the fear negative characteristic, we'll be able to take that off instantly. When you're afraid, you can't fight, as I recall. Let me move this mouse here. I'm not going to be using it much, if at all. Let's just put it right off the screen, because we're probably not going to use it much. Unless I need to point something out. Let me see where the hell I am. There we go. What do we have for money? We still have 590 motherfucking... Oh, that's right. We were like 4 gold short of awesomeness. Let's go back down to dungeon level 2. We'll search around it for a bit. Find some more gold. Come back here. Get better equipment. And then head down to dungeon level 3. Starting with the gold we can just pick up right here. And a cloak. We don't need that. We could use those. Let me get this. Let's go to inventory. Let's go to equipment. So it'll give us those. Apparently, yeah, the innate enchantments are revealed on items at this point in version 4.13. Also, our iron shod boots were either previously damaged, or they and I didn't realize it. Maybe we hit a trap or something. So the iron shod boots are giving us 3 armor class. These ones will give us like, I forget what it is, 6. Is equip. Let's go to L. We don't do that. Sorry, I just finished playing other games recently. That's how you did stuff. We want to wield. Wield Q. Okay, so that gave us 6 instead of 3. Our armor class went up substantially. That's a little bit on the awesome side. Let's get this icky thing. White icky thing. Get some gold. Nice little triangular room. I only recently added in the ability to make triangular rooms into caverns as Ascasian 2. I'm kind of psyched about it. That'll be in the next release, which won't be for a little bit. The next release is just going to be bug fixes and a bunch of minor things that I've wanted to do for a while that should make the game a little more interesting. Because we have a release coming up that's going to take a long time. It's a massive, massive change to the game. And I'm trying to get some bug fixes cleaned up before I move on to that. Most of the bug fixes are things like typos and shit like that. Good. Potions of speed, excellent. Those are going to come in very handy later on. Again, because I spent so much time in Moria, there's a couple of things going on for me with this. One is it's hard for me to differentiate what is new in... let's press Control and left. New in Angband versus Moria, and then new specifically in Angband version 4.13 versus any other version I've ever played before. I forgot I can fast travel. Let's do that as we go so we don't hurt our hands. For somebody like me who's got some issues with hand damage, you know what? We have enough money. We could actually go right back to the surface right now and get better shit. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yeah. Let's just do that. Let's go right back. I mean, what do we care? It's going to generate a new level for us anyway. What do we want to get? Do I ever remember? I mean, we don't want that cursed cloak we give away. We could get a small metal shield of resist fire. 5+2. No, 5+7. I mean, that would be awesome. It's also got some sort of innate thing about it that I assume is not cursed. Should we get it? Purchase J. You know what? Why not? Purchase J. Like, even things like that, the idea that we don't have to haggle is going to take me a while to get used to. I'm so used to Moria. Let's see here. Equipment. We had a small metal shield 5. We want to wield instead small metal shield resist fire 5+7. Okay. Let's give him sell these iron boots. We're not going to carry this shit because it'll mean we can carry less later. All right, that was the bulk of our money. Let's just go back down to, let's continue with our plan. But our armor class is up to 28. Started the game with 2 and 8 from our dexterity, I think. Again, the idea I can just bump into doors instead of pressing O. Like, there's a bunch of minor things is what's going on here that definitely make the game... Oh, fuck, what did we hit? You hear a sudden stirring in the distance. It was a horn blast sound, it says in the bottom left corner of the screen there. We see a robe. We might as well see what it does. Nothing. We don't want it. Oh, let's go down. We don't need to keep exploring level 1. Level 2. Let's see what we can do down here. We can start by casting one of our detection spells. We have a bunch of stuff we haven't tried. We haven't even tried Bless. Let's cast Detect Evil. There's a lot of evil shit out here. We can see right off the bat. If we look to the right of the screen, here's one of the things that's just really a benefit to us in terms of Angband versus Moria. We can see in the right-hand panel, halfway down, Term 3, I think that is, Terminal 3, is a Kobold Shaman is the red guy. There's also a Sleeping Kobold is the green guy. There's a Cut Purse who can probably steal our gold. Thank God we don't have a lot. And a White Harpy. Let's go up and start killing some shit. Oh, Detect Evil doesn't last long, does it? It lasts for like a split second. You have 5 scrolls of treasure detection. We should be using those as well. We might as well. Let's do it right now. Let's read a scroll of treasure detection. Why not? We're carrying this shit, right? So there, you can see a bunch of stuff got revealed. The advantage of treasure detection, beyond the fact that you know where to head, some of that stuff could be like treasure embedded in the wall, deep in the wall. We don't know it's there. But because, we're getting lots of stuff. An unknown item, too. You got to press a key to get the second thing. So because of that, it reveals stuff that we might not otherwise be privy to. I don't think we got that Kobold Shaman yet, did we? Yeah, we slew it. That's right. We could go down to level 3, but why would we? We're well situated on this level for now. There is an apprentice. A couple of them. A lot of monsters here. Let's kill that kobold and that apprentice. We get some gold. Another potion of cure light wounds. That's good. Keep an eye on our health. 62. We're fine. There's that Cut Purse. He could be danger. Let's also back off so we're not facing multiples at once. The Acolyte. We try and kill him. Can we throw a take off? No, T is not throw. One thing I'm not a big fan of with this, it's a minor thing. The command descriptions. There's a command list. Like, how do I just get... I don't want to have to go through this. Inventory, equipment, quiver list, drop an item, ignore an item, wear wield, take off. Take off, eh? Walk, run, go upstairs, go. Come on, man. Alter, tunnel, open, close, disarm. Alter? Plus, the special command allows the use of a single key press to select any type of the obvious commands above. That's interesting. Browse a book. Oh, it's B, incidentally. Or you can do what we did and just go to it in your inventory. Eat, fuel, quaff, read, inscribe. That's how we named our guy Wilson in another game. Ignore. Come on, man. Fire an item. Maybe F? Will allow you to fire a missile from either your quiver or your thing provided. Let's see what happens. Let's press F. We have nothing to fire with. I guess you can't just throw arrows the way you could in Moria, which I'm not complaining about. Let's cast Pray. A. Let's cast Bless. No, didn't get it. And we don't have enough mana left to cast it again. That's in the wall. Let's kill off this guy. There's that Cut Purse. He's not getting away from us. We got him. Or Acolyte, pardon me. The wooden torch, that's not going to be a bad thing to have. X to Q. Like, isn't there a command just to swap between 2 items without having to do that every time? The problem with having to do that every time is that the letter that represents the shovel or the dagger is going to change every time. So it's not something you can do instinctively. You have to actually look at the list. Granted, it's only 2 key presses. It's not a big deal, but it's a slightly bigger deal than it was in Moria. It's a little more complex, at least until I can figure out the swap command, if there is a swap command. Scroll of Blessing. Like, we have our Bless spell. We're not going to need this much. If we're ever going to use it, like, in general, like now or soon is when to use it, right? Large Kobold, Potion of Boldness. Again, we have the spell. Like we don't need to use that right now, but if we cast Bless now, we'll get some experience just for casting it. So let's cast it. C. Fuck you. I don't know how to cast it again. It's a green, metallic green centipede. That's a new monster for us in this game. Let's not pass up on the treasure here. Let's also do a let's do a map. No, it doesn't help us. Is it where? Shift to W. No. How do you scroll the screen? This is very important. In Moria, it took us a while to figure it out, but it was Shift W. In this, what is it? Why don't you just give me a damn list? I mean, this is all important information, and that's awesome, but also, in addition, give me a list. Movement commands. Walk, run. That's what you're trying to do there. Shift W. We gotta get used to not using that. Resting. Alter. Spell and prayer. No. Object manipulation. Not really. Magical commands. Not useful yet. You may not fire a missile, an item without a missile weapon equipped. Again, in Moria, you could literally just throw arrows at enemies. Would you? I always thought that was kind of stupid. You may throw any object, though, carried by your item by pressing V. V for Vro. Targeting mode. Nope. Looking. Full screen map is M. Locate player on a map is capital L. Or where is the player, capital W, apparently. Look around or examine things. Inspect an item. List visible monsters. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, man. One of the advantages I saw in Angband versus Moria, one of the things I thought was great, when you cast a detection spell, as we did say with the treasure detection, it only has a limited range. The limited range is, I don't know quite how far it is, but it's got a limited range. It actually puts a border that you can visibly see that you've done the detections in. And I was trying to look around the map to see where that border ended for the treasure, but I don't seem to be able to. We'll see if we can figure it out later. Can't waste the whole episode looking around at this shit. We're going to play till 10:40 a.m. here, according to my clock. See, there you go. We wouldn't have known these were here if we hadn't used that thing. So it's useful to use for now. We'll get the spell eventually, I think, or maybe not. Maybe it was an item I had before that let me do that. Detect treasure. But for now, hey, rather than just throw away those treasure detection things or give them away, we might as well use them, right? Let's dig up the rubble in case there's anything underneath it. With control and the direction key. There's a great mushroom patch. I don't know. Oh, there it is, right beside me. It confused me. We got it anyway. Are we still confused? Yeah. Let's just pass our turn until the confusion goes away. You can see our level feeling down there is 2-1. That means level 2 is the monsters. The level 1 is the treasures. Not a lot of treasure here. We did see, though, was it Control P? No, it just brings up the messages. You can also use M for that? No. Shift M? No, I guess not. It is Control P if you want to see your previous messages. Somewhere there was a command I saw when we were looking at those lists to repeat the level feeling, because it's not just, it's not just, let's go get the rest of that treasure we saw. It's not just a number. It actually gives you a verbal description of how you're feeling about the level. In case you wanted that more pertinent, easier to absorb, easier to understand data, I guess. Oops, what was that? It was a monster. Where'd he go? Don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I hallucinated that. Maybe I saw that asterisk or that hatch sign and thought it was a hashtag. Thought it was a monster, as opposed to what it is, which is just a wall. Well, we get this potion. Potion of boldness. Might as well grab it. We really don't need those as much as, say, a warrior might or something. Let's X. Oh, we're already using our fucking pick. I didn't realize that. The if you're wondering about the we're hungry. Let's eat it. Eat a ration of food. If you're wondering about these percentile things, they're easier to dig through than the hashtags. The hashtags are, again, I'm basing this on Moria. The hashtags are harder to dig through than the percent signs. It might be that they're impossible to dig through here, or maybe they're all impossible to dig through unless you have a pick. I don't know. But we seem to have trouble digging through it with our shovel. We'll try and get a pick when we get a chance. Maybe on the next trip to the surface we'll replace our shovel with a pick. Phase door is a very useful scroll. We'll try and carry those. Those are, if you're in danger, you can use a phase door scroll or a phase door spell. It'll teleport you a short distance away. Primarily it's used like if you're suddenly in combat and you're like, oh fuck, I could die. Use the phase door and boom, you're out of there, you know? Blue Yeek. Not tough. Let's try and get to level 7 before we proceed. Then we're adhering to our old rule of, just get it. Why not? We can always give it away and maybe make somebody happy. A third book of holy prayers. Let's take it. In Moria, I was trying to carry 4 or 5 of those at a time. I don't know if we need that many. But yeah, I know there was quite the public outcry. Among Angband players, which admittedly is a small subset of the public at large, when version 4.x and especially version 4.13 was released. A lot of people were not happy with the changes. Again, I don't know what all those changes are. Let's take a look at this. You've been given a light cut. You can see we have the phrase graze down there. I think we're going to lose. You can see we're losing health. It's because we're kind of bleeding. Let's see if we can get rid of that. Oh, it's gone anyway. It just lasts a certain amount of time. One of the changes was definitely that there are less traps. I don't really mind that. I was trying to press common to pick it up. G for pick it up. Get. Necessarily, we're still hitting a lot of them, so they're still out there, that's for sure. Oh, fuck, I don't want to deal with him if we can avoid it. I'm afraid he'll take our money and run. Well, let's wait here and try and kill him. He hits us, he misses us, we hit him. Oh, we killed him. Their phase door scroll. We can see down here in the cut purse, what do we know about it? Rather shifty individual. We've killed 2 of them. Armor rating of 18. So it has armor class 18 versus our armor class 28. Average health is 20. We have an 85% chance to hit. Let's move this a bit to the left. I'm hoping these turn windows will remain where I place them later. Again, I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of having these multiple windows open. I wish it was all one window, but what can you do? You have an 85% chance to hit such a creature in melee, if you can see it. A kill of this creature is worth 2 points for a 6th level character. He may carry a single object or treasure, okay? He can bash down doors. He may appear with other monsters. He can hit to attack, and averaging at least 2 damage, okay? It doesn't say anything about him stealing gold, but we may not have uncovered that information yet. I'm assuming it did, Moria did, and based on the title, it would make sense if it did. I mean, that's literally what a cut purse does, right? Is cut your purse off you. So we're feeding our monster memory here. That's a good thing. Potion of heroism. That's a good thing. Yeah, there are less traps, but also things like I read a bit about it online last night. One thing I know that some people weren't happy with, but I'm not sure there's a reason not to be happy with it. Yeah, S. Okay. One thing people were not happy with was like secret doors, for instance. In previous games, let's get it, I guess. In previous games, there are secret doors, of course. They were quite common, actually, in Moria, for sure. And even in Angband, they were quite common. There are spells to detect them. And to be honest, once you're past a certain level, in my experience, you're always using spells to detect them. The Paladin had a spell, detect stairs and doors or something like that, that would show them up on the map. So they weren't actually an issue. They weren't a going concern for Paladin. I think the mages had a spell. And I know even when I was playing as a warrior, I found a rod that let me permanently detect like traps and there's a mushroom somewhere. I don't even know where it was. Big black snake, maybe? Large gray snake is made faster based on the shrieker thing. This thing is speeding things up. Let's kill it. Let's cast again, Bless. I'll come back to my topic in a second. Bless. Didn't do it. I hit it. It bites me. It crushes me. So it's getting multiple attacks, possibly because it was sped up by that shrieker mushroom. It's getting like 3 attacks or something, or 2 attacks there. Oh, it's fleeing. Oh, we got it. Large gray snake. Welcome to level 7. Okay. Even by my own logic, we can go down a level now. Let's go rest in a corner. Rest, hit enter. Until we're done. Yeah, fine. What's going on here? No, don't rest for 5. Rest for... Oh my god. What's going on? For some reason my keyboard has stopped kind of responding here. What is the problem? Have I done something stupid? Did I leave this window? All right, I guess you have to click in the window. Again, a flaw of having multiple windows. Let's rest until we're good. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you used to have to, until you had those spells, or until you had a means of finding them, you had to search for them. And to be honest, most of the time they weren't in the way. They weren't a big deal. They weren't like blocking entrance to any place that was like particularly important to go. Most of the time they were just like in a random spot that didn't really matter. But occasionally you actually had to find them or you couldn't proceed off the level. And you had to manually search by pressing Shift S back in those games, those versions of Angband and those and Moria, of course. They've changed that. In version 4.13, as soon as you step adjacent to a secret door, you automatically detect it. I think the emphasis in 4.13, and I laud this emphasis without a doubt, it's the right thing to emphasize for any game designer, is finding the boring bits, cutting them, and finding the fun bits and emphasizing them. It's not fun to walk around a map constantly searching for a goddamn door. So there still are secret doors, and you can't see them from a distance. So unless you approach it, like if you're in a big room like this, if you don't walk adjacent to all the walls, you're not going to find it. But if you do walk adjacent to it, you'll instantly find it. So you don't have to spend time searching. You also didn't know in the old days when you were searching, you didn't know if you had found, or if you had looked in the right place for a secret door, but it had rolled the wrong number, and therefore you didn't find it. We don't need this. I mean, we could carry it to give it away. Maybe we should. I'll also try and find out later if that's true, that you actually earn brownie points with various shopkeepers by giving them shit. If not, then there's no reason to carry this whatsoever. But yeah, it would be certainly more fun to just find them. It's just it's not classic Angband. And I don't know where I fall on that spectrum of saying do I like this idea or not. The problem I have with it, Angband's a really fucking old game, like a really old game. Not as old as Moria, very obviously, it's derived from Moria, but an old enough game that it's been around in the roguelike scene forever. It's also, of all roguelikes, the one that has spawned the most variants. There are tons of variants. A lot of them are thematic. Like I'm looking forward to Angband, which uses the Angband engine but runs a game involving Cthulhu. I'm looking forward to Hellband, which is, instead of using the pits of Angband, you descend into the 9 circles of hell from Dante's Inferno. Sounds awesome. Let's go down a level. But that said, there are also tons of Angband variants that do not. Interesting. You can make rooms like that in caverns now too. You can randomly make rooms that have like half of a circle and half not. I didn't drive it based on playing Angband. It was just a whim to add that in. Let's take a look to the south and see what we've seen here. A sleep gas trap. Again, there's no manual searching. You either detect a trap or a door. Traps, you have less chance. You don't automatically detect them. And I'm going to come back to all my topics in a second. Let me just look at our character really quick. I want to point something out. Searching. There is a searching skill. We have a 21% chance to detect them. And for disarming, if you try to disarm that, there are 2 different kinds of traps now in Angband in general, like overarching types: physical traps and magical traps. We have a 33% chance to disarm a physical trap, which I assume the sleep gas trap is. A 30% chance to disarm a magical trap. We don't need to disarm it right now. Let's not bother. But we might have to try later. There are certainly a lot of... See, here's why we didn't need it. We can just walk around it. I think you get experience for disarming it, but... Oh, what the fuck? Let's try. Shift D. Oh, we disarmed it. So we got a little experience there. I didn't see how much. There were certainly a lot of Angband variants that have nothing to do with changing the theme. They just changed the basic rules. One of the most famous old ones is not really... hasn't been worked on in forever, and it's not as popular these days. But one of the famous ones was Angband, which stood for Opinion Angband, i.e. somebody had opinions about the game and took steps to repair the rule set in ways that they thought were better. I guess what I'm trying to say is that whoever's maintaining Angband at this point obviously just made a lot of rule changes for things that, in their opinion, were better. In my opinion, they might be too. I might actually like the game better now. We'll find out. Anything that makes the game less boring and tedious, because certainly the game can get that way. A long game like this can really get that way. Anything that makes it less boring and tedious is going to be a good thing. Let's read a scroll of detect treasure. I think it's going to be a good thing. There's a little bit over there that we would have missed. But that said, hasn't he just created a variant? Is this Angband version 4.13, or is this a new variant of Angband? I'm hitting it with the wrong thing. Hitting it with a shovel, I think. Yeah, I'm wielding a shovel. I just killed it with a shovel. That's fine. It's just a white harpy. Whoops. Hard to get into that granite wall. I'm assuming we can, or it would probably tell us we can't, but it just might take a lot of effort. Our level feeling here, by the way, is very simple. Not too dangerous monsters. Look at how they talked about there being a lot less traps. There's still a lot. So what are people concerned about? It's a trap door that would drop us to the next level. Let's not fuck with that. I don't want to go to the next level. I got about 5 minutes left in this video, and then we're going to call it quits. Floating eye, nice and easy. Yeah, but is it 4.13, or is it now a new variant of Angband based on this dude's opinions? I say this dude, I should learn his name. He's the current maintainer of the game. Oops, let's wield a new torch. But I don't know his name offhand. So that's where I stand. Is like, at what point in altering gameplay... I don't even want it. At what point in altering gameplay are we altering it so significantly that it's no longer the original game? And with most games, I wouldn't suggest... Well, Black Naga, this guy seems tough. It's worth 8.57 experience points for us. We got it, though. No, we didn't. Not yet. Keep an eye on our health. We're doing fine. We got it. Learn a little more about it there. Let's go right here and rest until we're healed. There we go. And I think that's where a lot of the frustration for some people came in, is that the game changed so significantly. A game that many people have been playing for 20 or 30 years, to have the main game suddenly change. What that also means, incidentally, is that there will never be, bug fixes or improvements to the version of the game that they may prefer. If they're like, I don't like this this new stuff, I'm going to play the old version. Well, that's fine. You can play the old version. Oh, we're poisoned, damn it. We could have cast Neutralized Poison. I should have done so. Didn't occur to me. Until too late. They're welcome to do so, but that version will never get any more bug fixes or anything because nobody's working on it. Now they'll be working on version 4.13 going forward, So that's what all the foo-for-all was in the Angband community for a while over the last, I don't even know what, 1 or 2 years. But so far I'm liking this. I don't really see a reason to be terribly upset. And as I said, it is the current version of the game, and usually on this channel what we try and do is play the current version of the game. I was tempted to play one of the older versions just because, well, I knew them and liked them. 4.05, as I said, was I think oh fuck me, there's a lot of problems here. Let's use a phase door scroll. Read. Oh, we can't, we're confused. Let's attack someone. We hit the apprentice. We're not confused anymore. We can read. Let's read phase door. All right, so we went to there. Let's quaff a potion of cure light wounds. All right, let's do another one. Why not? We got tons of them. Now we're fully healed. Let's go up and finish these guys off. Where'd that fucker go? There he is. It's a dodgy little mother. Oh, where'd you go, you little bugger? Oh, fuck, he zapped us with something, with a magic missile. There you go. They are wizards, after all. They're not very powerful wizards, but they're wizards. So try... Oops, there's two of them. Killed one of them. Killed the other guy. All right. That's what Angband's all about. These nice little moments when you get cornered. A lot of us just walking around killing monsters where you're not too threatened. Occasionally, it's awesome like that. Again, we'll take this for now and give it away. Oh, no. See, now look above our 150 feet symbol on the left. I guess I have a mouse to point, don't I? Slow. -1. We are now 1 speed slower than normal, which means we'll get slightly less attacks, compared to other monsters and blah, blah, blah. Why are we slower? Because we picked up too much shit. So let's just drop both of these. We don't need them. For sure we don't need them. And you see the slow went away. We may have to drop some other stuff soon. There's no point in just carrying infinite supplies of everything. Let's go kill this yellow centipede. And this J. What is this J? A silver jelly. In Moria, those were stationary. Pick that up. Pick that up. Pick that up. They're stationary. Oh, there we see. We've gone just above what we need. And they could drain your light. Let's find out if that's true here. Let's drink a potion of heroism. Why not? You feel like a hero. Just to make us a little less slow. Whoops. We're still a little slow. You can see it's getting extra attacks on us. I should drop something else before I... Oh, it drains our mana now. Okay, so silver jellies do not drain your light here. They drain your mana, and they heal themselves when they do so. See, our spell points are all the way down to 0. But we killed it. What do we get out of that? That's worth 5.14 points of experience. We need 46 to go up a level. You can see down here, yeah, it's stationary. Does not deign to chase intruders. Armor rating of 1, average life of 45. We have a 95% chance to hit it, if we can see it. It is not detected by telepathy. It cannot be frightened. It may cast spells, which drain mana about 1 time in 10. Oh, it can touch to absorb light. It can. There you go. And touch to absorb light. It gets 2 attacks, it looks like. We finally have a bow. And not only a bow, but a fucking good bow. So presumably, we would have something to fire at somebody like that now if we didn't want to approach them. We'll hang on to that bow for now. But let's drop some other shit that we don't need. Like, what would that be? I mean, we could go back to the surface. I guess I got to go to work, don't I? Maybe I'll... We don't have protection from evil yet. It's a good spell. Let's hold on to that scroll. Let's literally quaff a potion. Let's just get rid of some stuff. Let's quaff a potion of neutralized poison because we have the spell we can cast if we need it. That'll feed us a little bit, by the way. Give us a little bit of food. How much are we over? Can we tell here? Our burden is 123 pounds. We're overweight by 3 pounds. We need to drop 3 pounds of stuff. Incidentally, when we press space at the character screen, look at this. What it's showing us here is we have resistance to fire. If you look there, you can see our fire. That's because of our shield. And it's hard to... Until you get really used to this, and I'm not used to it by any means, you can tell what is giving you that attribute. We have a plus in this. That's a shield symbol. So by looking there, we can see, okay, we have resistance to fire from our shield. That's the only resistance we have. These are all resistances. We have infravision based on our i.e. infravision based on the fact that we are a half-elf, our character. Here's our stats, of course. I don't quite know what these letters mean. Racial bonus, class bonus. That's what that is. Maybe experience bonus? I don't know. So because we're a paladin, we have +1 strength. Because we are a half-elf, we have +1 intelligence, but -3 intelligence. These two balanced out. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Interesting stuff. This is our class title right now. Because we've leveled up to level 7, we are a keeper. Like in Harry Potter. What is this S? This one's I don't know. I don't know what this is. Sustains. I bet you that sustains dexterity. Because of our class, because of our race maybe? Because of our innate being an our racial or class bonus, we sustain dexterity, which means our dexterity cannot be drained, which is awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Just while we're on the topic, I thought I'd show you some of that stuff. Here we are back to here. We need to drop 3 pounds. Should we do that now? Before we quit? We don't need a lot of this stuff. Like, we really don't need a good chunk of it. Let's use another scroll of... let's go off the screen a bit. I swear I'll quit soon, or else I'm going to be late for work and I'm going to get in trouble. Let's use her here. Let's read a scroll of treasure detection. That'll get rid of a little bit of weight. There, we detected some stuff. We still need to drop another 2 pounds. Those are worth about 1 pound each. Let's just drop. Let's drop the scrolls of light. They're not that important right now. 4. That's still not enough. We're 0.7 pounds. Let's also drop a couple of blessing ones. N2. Alright, there you go. We've dropped enough that we are at least free of this. You can see it also dropped into an adjacent square because it can only still put things of one type into one square. I don't think it'll automatically pick this up anymore. No, we'd have to press G if we wanted it. Oh, fuck. There it did because we already have some. Sorry, drop. Let's actually read 1. Read N. And then let's drop 1. There you go. Let's get off it. And let's save the damn game. I gotta go. How do we do that again? Oh, just go to File Save, don't we? File. I'm going to do File Save and then File Exit. Just in case. I don't know. I think Exit does save it automatically, but just in case. Come on, mouse. Control X would do it, by the way. Saving game done. Return to escape. There you go. We're at 544 points. Killed by nobody yet on Dungeon Level 3. There you go. I got to go to work, guys. Hey, look at that screen. Have a great day. If I have time, I'll play again tonight. We'll see. I really love this game. All right, bye, guys.